Hello, beautiful mamas, and welcome. We invite you to have a bolster, block, or rolled up blanket handy if needed. Today, we'll be guiding you through a yoga class designed for your second trimester. During this time, you may be experiencing heightened emotions, feeling like you're more ready to move. Your brain probably feels a little more clear. You may or may not feel less tired and nauseous. You may even be feeling more connected to baby, maybe even feeling baby move. We hope this journey on your mat today helps to support some of these feelings. Let's start by standing in mountain pose in the middle of the mat with your feet hip distance apart. Root all four corners of your feet into the earth. Close your eyes and connect to your breath. And bring your awareness inward and soften into your physical body and how it supports you. Feel that connection with the earth. As you tune into your breath, allow it to slow down. Find long, calm, even cycles in and out through your nose. Roll your eyes into that space between your eyebrows, your third eye. Breathe into the present. And slowly blink your eyes open, adjusting to the light. And on your next inhale, circle your arms overhead, maybe even bringing your gaze up with it. And as you exhale, palms together, bringing your hands together at your heart into Anjali Mudra. And repeat again for one more full breath cycle. And finding your way back into mountain when you're finished. Release your hands by your side and bring a gentle bend into your knees. And slide your palms down your thighs. Inhale, lift your heart, gaze up. Exhale, begin to round your spine, tucking your chin into your chest. Continue to flow in this way for 3 more full breath cycles at your own pace. This movement helps to warm up the spine, nourish the nervous system, and giving your organs a nice little massage as they have been shifted around by growing baby. And once you've finished your flow, find your way back into standing. Heel toe or step your feet wide to a distance that's comfortable for you. Bring your feet parallel to one another and place your hands on your hips. Ensure your head remains stationary above your center line and start rotating your hips in wide circles, moving in a way that feels beautiful on the body. Imagine that you're taking baby for a dance and allow your movements to be sensual and fluid. And now, starting to move in the opposite direction. This is a movement that may help to relieve hip discomfort during your pregnancy. And slowly coming back to center. Keep your legs wide, but this time turn your toes out. Bring both arms out in front of you, parallel to each other. Inhale, sweep them up towards your right. As you move, ensure your left thigh rotates inward while pivoting on your toe with your heel lifted. As you exhale, slowly rotate back to center. Then inhale and sail your way up towards your left side. Feel that beautiful stretch from your right armpit to your right hip. Exhale, come back to center and continue to flow in this way, moving with your breath. And flow for one more cycle. And when you're ready, we'll meet back in center, coming back into standing mountain. Bring your hands to your belly and close your eyes. Take a moment to pause and connect with your baby. Did baby just like that flow? Is baby sleeping? Sucking the thumbs or toes? And allow yourself a moment to imagine what baby might be up to. And what are you feeling? Baby feels this too. Allow your thoughts to be sweet and loving and gentle. Baby smiles. Take one more full breath cycle here. Then slowly blink your eyes open. And let's move into squat flow now. Arrange your feet wider than your hips at a comfortable distance for you. And turn your feet out if this feels good. Inhale, circle your arms overhead. Bring your palms together. And as you exhale, slowly bend into your knees, settling your sit bones back as you guide your hands down the center line to your knees. Gently lower your head and start to raise your hips up. Let your head hang heavy, slowly ragdoll your way up, one vertebrae at a time to standing. Inhale, circle your arms up again. And exhale, settling down into your squat. And if it feels good for you today, come a little deeper by placing your hands on the earth for support. Remember to lift up through your sit bones first, then ragdoll your way up to standing, using your thighs halfway for support if needed. And continue to flow in this way, moving with your breath. Squats are a great way to strengthen your foundation and lower back, as well as helping to soften your perineum and preparing your body for birth. Intuitively, squatting can be a common birth position, using the force of gravity to help baby down. And let's meet back in standing when you're ready. Bring your feet hip distance apart, rooting all four corners of each foot into the earth. And feel the connection as you root down and send the energy up your legs. Stack your ears over your shoulders, and your shoulders over your hips, and your hips over your heels. Place your arms by your side, palms open to the front. Open and lift your heart. Lengthen through the back of your neck. Take a full breath cycle here. Beautiful. Now bring your hands to your hips and step your feet wide and turn the toes out. Take your arms up and out to your sides, turning your palms up. Bend in the elbows and relax your shoulders. Now bend into your knees and sit back. Shift your heels so that they are stacked under your knees. Find your goddess pose. On your next inhale, slowly straighten your legs and sweep your arms overhead for Anjali Mudra. As you exhale, settle back into goddess. Flow here for 3 more full breath cycles, only coming as deep as it feels good in your body today. And feel free to close your eyes as you flow if that feels good. And we'll meet back in goddess. Inhale, straighten your legs, reach your arms overhead, coming into star. And then exhale, bring your hands to your hips. And step your feet back hip distance to find mountain. Keeping your hands on your hips. We're going to come into tree pose, a standing balance. Start off by finding a drishti, somewhere on the earth not moving, to bring you focus. Root into your right foot and turn your left knee out to the side. Come on, coming on to your tippy toes. When you're ready, place your foot into your inner ankle. You may want to slide it up the inside of your leg. Ensure it is above or below your knee to protect the joint. Send your energy up your foundation leg and imagine a string pulling you up from the crown of your head to give you a nice height in your tree pose. Keep your hands at your hips or bring your hands to your heart center. And continue here with a steady breath. Staying here for one more breath cycle. And then slowly lowering your foot. Bring your hands to your hips. And pause. Send your breath to any areas in your foundation leg where you may feel any tension. So this is similar to what you'll be doing in birth. And now we'll switch sides. So moving on to the other side, root into your left foot, all four corners. Turn your right knee out to the side and come onto your tippy toes. When you're ready, place your foot onto your inner ankle and slide it up the inside of your leg to a comfortable position. Send your energy up your foundation leg and find length in your spine. Find your tree pose. Keep your hands on your hips or bring your hands to your heart center for prayer. And continue breathing evenly here for one more full breath cycle. And slowly lower your foot back to the earth and pause. Send your breath to any areas in your foundation where you may feel any tension. Beautiful. Now walk to the back of your mat and securely root your feet into the mat. And genie squat your way down, reaching for the earth whenever you're ready. And swing your legs around and come to a tall seat, finding a comfortable place for you. And stack your ears over your shoulders and your shoulders over your hips. We'll now move into pelvic floor exercises. Alignment is key as we begin these breathing exercises. So ensure you're sitting up tall and bring your hands to baby. This exercise is a practice of connecting us with our pelvic floor, the muscles that sit at the base of our pelvis, and the core muscles located below the navel. This connection helps us throughout the birth process and postpartum. Gently close your eyes and start to take your focus inward, tuning into your breath. As you inhale, slowly breathe in and feel the expansion through your front, back, and side bodies. Exhale long and feel the belly and the ribs gently draw in. On your next inhale, focus on releasing the muscles of the pelvic floor, those that prevent the flow of urination and passing gas. Then, on your exhale, start to lift these muscles up. Maybe imagine picking blueberries up with your vagina. Inhale again, breathing sideways into your ribs, and soften and release your pelvic floor. Exhale, contract your pelvic floor this time, imagining you're sipping a milkshake up through your vagina. Inhale, and again fill yourself up like you're filling up a water balloon. And exhale, lift up, and at the end of this exhale, pause and connect with your lower core muscles, giving baby a very gentle hug from below the navel. And repeat this for one more breath cycle on your own. And now steady your breath and gently open your eyes. Working into our hips now, bring the soles of your feet together to touch. And bring your hands to your shins. As you inhale, draw your heart forward and around to the right side, making wide circles with your torso. Continue circling in a way that feels good in the body. Finish this cycle and begin to move in the opposite direction. These Sufi grinds can be a really great way to relieve any discomfort in the hip joints during pregnancy. And finish your last cycle and we'll meet back in the center in a tall seat. Extend your legs out in front of you. Give them a little shake and a release. And when you're ready, coming into a comfortable seated position. If you have a bolster or a pillow, you may want to straddle it for our next breathing exercise. Practicing what we like to call the birthing breath will hopefully become one of your most powerful tools for birth. During our previous pelvic floor breathing exercise, we used the exhale to engage and lift the muscles of the pelvic floor. However, these muscles will not be helpful. Lifting these muscles will not be helpful during the birth process. We only want openness during this time. So with the birthing breath, we practice opening and letting go on both the in and out breath. By allowing the pelvic floor to release and open, we allow an easier passage for baby into this world. So we're going to practice 3 out breaths. The first out breath will be with horse lips. Then we'll make the sound shh. And then lastly, a deep throaty moan. These sounds keep our lips soft and our jaw nice and relaxed. When these muscles are relaxed, so are the muscles of the vagina. This is what we want during birth. Gently close your eyes and bring your hands to baby. We'll take 3 slow breaths together using our out breath to make these sounds. First, then shh, and lastly, So all together, inhale, and inhale. Lastly, steady your breath. Notice how using these sounds helps to release the jaw, keeping it soft and relaxed, thus making it easier for the pelvic floor and the vagina to stay relaxed as well. Sweep your feet around. We're going to make our way into all fours. Bring your wrists underneath your shoulders, wrist creases parallel to the front of your mat, and spread your fingers wide. If there's any discomfort, come onto your fists or walk your hands slightly forward. Place your knees under your hips or slightly wider to accommodate for baby. On your next inhale, bring your gaze up. And as you exhale, round your spine, draw your chin into your chest, breathe into your back ribs. And inhale, come forward. Continue to flow in this way at your own pace, moving with your breath. Coming back into a neutral spine. As you exhale, take your gaze over your left shoulder, looking back to your hip. Inhale, come back to center. Exhale, bring your gaze over your right shoulder, looking back at your other gorgeous hip. Inhale, come back to center. Continue to flow for 2 more breath cycles. Feel the opening in your side bodies As baby grows, it creates more space to breathe as you open in your side bodies. Come back to center. On your next inhale, extend your left leg back, planting your toes on the earth. Press your heel towards the mat and feel that nice stretch in the back of your leg and calf. Check in with the wrists here. If they are giving you any discomfort, make sure your fingers are spread and equally root all 10 tips into the mat. On your exhale, release the knee back to the mat. Come on to the other side now. Inhale, extend your right leg back. Root into your hands and gently press the heel towards the earth. This can be a useful stretch for those middle of the night leg cramps. Find your next exhale and release the knee back to the mat. So tuck your toes under if they aren't already, and bring your knees wide with your big toes together. Start to slowly walk your hands back as the knees lift. Keep your hands on the earth for support and find your drishti. If you feel grounded and stable here, slowly walk your hands back and up your thighs, coming upright and bringing your palms together at your heart into Anjali Mudra. If this doesn't feel good, lower down and bring your knees together and sit back onto your tucked toes. And wherever you are, take one more full breath cycle here. And slowly lower your hands back to the earth. And sweep your legs around to the side and find your tall seat with legs extended out in front of you. From here, place your hands on the mat behind you. Fingers turn towards your hips. Bend into your knees, planting your feet on the earth in front of you. Take a deep inhale. And on your next exhale, lift your hips up towards the sky to find a comfortable height. Keep your chin tucked in to your chest, widen between your collarbones, finding a gentle lift in your heart center. Remembering to root your fingertips into the earth to protect the wrists. And slowly release yourself back to the mat. Extend your left leg out to the side and bring the sole of your right foot to the inside of your left thigh. Inhale, gently twist your heart center in line with your bent knee. On your next exhale, send your left hand on the inside of your left leg, palm turned up. Inhale, extend your right hand to your hip and draw that shoulder back. On your next inhale, reach your right arm up overhead, keeping your heart open to the sky. Feel a nice stretch in the side body, creating more space for you to breathe. On your next breath, slowly release your hand back down. We'll switch sides. Extend your right leg out to the side and bring the sole of your left foot to the inside of your right thigh. Inhale, gently twist your heart center in line with your bent knee. Exhale, send your right hand on the inside of your right leg, palm turned up. Inhale, bring your left hand to your hip and draw that shoulder back. On your next inhale, reach your left arm up and overhead, keeping your heart open to the sky. Enjoy the freedom of the stretch. And on your next breath, slowly release your hand back down. Slowly extend your legs out in front of you. Take your right ankle and cross it over your left thigh. Release any tension in your hip and keep both feet flexed. Stay here if it feels good, or to increase the stretch, place your hand in behind your hips, and bend into your left knee until you find your comfortable edge. And slowly begin to release, bringing your legs out in front of you. Now, switching sides, take your left ankle and cross it over your right thigh. Try to let go of any tension in your hips and keep both feet flexed. Stay here if it feels good, or to increase the stretch, bring your hands in behind your hips and bend into your right knee until you find a comfortable edge. Notice if you're holding on to any unnecessary tension anywhere in the body, and breathe into it. Let it go. Slowly begin to release and bring your legs back out in front of you. Come into Siddhasana. Bring one heel in front of the other. Inhale, circle your arms overhead. Interlace your fingers. As you exhale, guide your palms down, placing them behind your head. Inhale, lift your heart, lengthen your spine, keeping your shoulders over your hips. Exhale, drop your right elbow down. Press the back of your head into the nook of your left arm. On your next inhale, guide your hands up and back through center. And exhale, drop your left elbow down. Press the back of your head into the nook of your right arm. Inhale, come back up through center. And release both arms by your sides. Let's find our way into our final pose, Shavasana. Please avoid doing a reverse sit-up to get down. This may exacerbate diastasis recti down the center of the six-pack wall, creating a doming effect in the abdomen. Instead, roll onto your side and allow the arms and hands to lower you to the floor. Move onto your back if that still feels comfortable. Otherwise, remain on your left side, finding a restful pose that feels good for you today. And take your focus inward, back to your breath, and watch it track up and down your spine, inhaling up, exhaling down. Notice how this beautiful breath feeds baby, providing rejuvenated oxygen to the muscles and internal organs. Allow your body to soften and surrender into the support of the earth beneath you. Allow your breath to be effortless. And if the mind wanders, gently bringing it back to your breath. Enjoy this restful state, being nourished, allowing a sweet integration of your practice. Slowly start to deepen your breath and find movements in your fingers and your toes. Scrunch your nose. And if you're not already on your side, roll over onto your side. And when you're ready, push into your hands, ragdolling your way all the way up into a comfortable seat. Moving slowly, there's no rush. Thank you for sharing your practice with us today. We look forward to sharing with you again. Allow your radiant light to keep shining bright. The light in me honors the light in you and the growing light within you. Namaste.